Hello everyone, I'm Dijonae Jaynae and welcome back to Dijonae Jaynae's Educational Channel. And right now I have my beautiful mother with it beside me.
And of course, guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, I am Deborah K. And of course, I'm Dijonae mother. And of course, I'm sitting in with your beautiful host.
Dijonae Jaynae, and you are on Dijonae Jaynae's Educational Channel. And if you do not have me, you can go over to my channel and like, share, leave your comments, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a new video or whenever I go live.
All right. And of course, guys, today is
Friday.
And of course, we're coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. And of course, guys, let me tell you, Dijonae is super excited to be back with you on Read Aloud Friday. All right. And of course, let us go right into tonight's activity. And of course, if you're here for the first time, normally Dijonae would go live on a Tuesday, where she would normally do. On a Wednesday,
I would do Game Time Live, where we do not only do games, where we do educational games. On a Thursday, where we do Maths Hour, where we do maths. And on a Friday, back to this, we do Sit Read Aloud Friday.
All right, and guys, we have with us today some beautiful persons in the chat who are here to share with us. And of course, guys, let's go right ahead and give you all a shout out. All right, so let's see who are the persons we have with us today. We have Woman of Purpose.
And she said, hey, DJG.
All right, so she's saying hello to you, Dijonae. Mega welcome to you, WOP. Thank you for making it Dijonae's Educational Channel. All right, we also have with us WOP saying,
blessings to you both.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And of course, we love you, sis. And of course, we also have Nalia. And she's saying hi. Hi, Nalia. And Nayel, because I think Nayel is there too. Yes. Mega welcome to you both. Thank you for making it Dijonae's Educational Channel. All right. Also, we have WOP saying,
good evening to you both. Good evening.
And she is also saying thumbs up. Done. Thank you so very much for that lovely thumbs up. We also have WOP saying hey to Nalia.
Hey, Nalia.
And Nalia is saying hello. Also, we have Nalia, and Nalia is saying,
who is this?
Who is this? So she is saying, bless up to yourself. All right. And of course, we have with us Devon
Stewart.
And he is saying,
hello to everyone online.
Mega welcome to you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you for making it Dijonae's Educational Channel. And of course, we also have Nailia, and she is saying hello to Denisha. It's not Denisha this time. And WOP is saying, hey, Devon, welcome. All right. So mega welcome to all the beautiful persons who are here with us tonight. And of course, for the persons who are in the back, for the persons who are in the chat, you are on Read Aloud Friday. And of course, feel free to participate in tonight's activity. How do you go ahead and participate? You can go ahead and, of course, you can come up and read your story. Yeah. So, guys, we're going to go right into it. We're not going to waste any time. We're not going to waste any time. And, of course, if you are here for the first time, we are going to be giving you the official welcome. And, of course, All right. All right.
Yes, education is the most powerful missile. Change the world. I am Dijonae Jaynae Gordon, and welcome back to my educational channel.
Yes, so we are saying get educated. Education is the most powerful missile to change the world. All right. And of course, mega welcome to all the persons who are just joining in. All right. So today, Dijon is going to be reading some stories. And of course, all I want you to do is to enjoy. And of course, feel free to participate in tonight's activity. And how are you going to do that? You can just type your comments in the chat. And of course, Dijon will get right back to you. All right. So let's go right ahead. We're not going to waste any time. The first story that we're going to be starting with is
Ivan the Destroyer.
And if you're hearing Dijonae clearly, you can type the word education in the chat. All right? If you're hearing Dijonae clearly, type the word education in the chat.
Ivan the Destroyer. Water in every yard, street, and lane, trees dancing uncontrollably in the heavy rain, roofs flying everywhere like links from a shattered chain. Oh, what strong breeze, what a hurricane. This is an unforgettable month of September. No doubt it is one to remember. In the year of 2004, it troubled the rich, middle class, and the poor. The mighty Ivan was born in the Atlantic Ocean and gradually drifted across the Caribbean. He visited Barbados, Saint Lucia, and Grenada. Grenada. He didn't leave out Trinidad, Saint Vincent, and Jamaica. It moved like a paintbrush on the canvas, blowing away trees, fences, and even carcass, killing a few people in Venezuela
and 80.
As he touched down in a high category. Ivan turned many places upside down, destroying communities, cities, and towns. The lovely crops did not go unpunished, as it destroyed banana, sugarcane, and even Irish. He flooded roadways and bridges he washed away. No one welcomed him, no one wanted him to see.
All right. Of course, we have with us just joining in Triple C. Mega welcome to you, Triple C. And of course, guys, if you don't have her, you are free to go and get her. She is one of Dijonae's member. All right. Lovely person. All right. Need to know about craft? Here she is. And of course, guys, we have some lovely content creators in the chat. Feel free to grab them. All right. Of course, the story that Dijonae just read, it is about Ivan the Destroyer. All right. Who you think Ivan is? Or who you think Ivan was? Hmm? They said Ivan is a destroyer. Hmm? Why they say Ivan is a destroyer? Hmm?
He was a destroyer.
Was Ivan a destroyer based on the story that Dijonae just read? Hmm. So, of course, if you were not on and you didn't hear the story, Ivan the Destroyer, Ivan is a hurricane. And you heard they said when Hurricane Ivan came, water was in every yard, street, and lane. Trees dancing uncontrollable.
In the heavy rain.
Of course, in the heavy rain. So that means there was a lot of rain during Hurricane Ivan. And of course, not even only that. Guess what? Person's roof, they were flying everywhere. And of course, based on what they see roof flying, they said it was like a link from a
shattered chain.
all right. And of course, they said there was strong breeze. And not only that, they said it took place in the month of September. And not only that, they said it is a month that you will never forget because of what happened. You know what happened? It came in 2000 and what? 4. And of course, when Hurricane Ivan came, it didn't just destroy what? The poor. It didn't just destroy the middle class, but even the rich persons were affected during that time. I'm telling you, it went and it creates something that we call an unforgettable moment. And guess where Hurricane Ivan was born?
In Atlantic Ocean.
Right in the Atlantic Ocean. And then guess what it did? It drifted over to the Caribbean. And you know that Jamaica is in the Caribbean. And not only Jamaica that was affected during that time. Of course, we have St. Vincent, we have Trinidad, we have others that were mentioned in the passage. And not even only that, you see, Hurricane Ivan was described as a what in the passage? Like a paintbrush. You know what a paintbrush is? This is a paintbrush. So they describe Hurricane Ivan in the passage like a paintbrush moving on canvas. Huh? So you're painting, you're drawing a picture right there. That's how they describe Hurricane Ivan. So you know what we're talking about. And of course, when it was there, you know what it did? It was blowing trees away. Not only trees, it was blowing fences. I'm telling you. And even carcass. I'm telling you. And the sad part about it, it came and it killed few people in where they mentioned 2 places in the passage. If you were listening, you can type it in the comment section. All right. So they identified 2 places. Yes. And of course, Haiti and where? Venezuela. They mentioned those 2 places in the passage. All right. And of course, they said, Ivan turned many places upside down. And that was so sad. Destroying a lot of communities, cities, and towns. And not only that, you know that you plant your crops, Hurricane Ivan came, and of course, Hurricane Ivan root them up. And of course, you know that your banana, they were destroyed. Sugar canes, Irish, you name it. A lot of roadways, they were flooded. And of course, a lot of bridge, they were washed away. And that's why they said Hurricane Ivan was a destroyer. So if you were not born during that time, well, this story highlighted a few things that took place during that time. And of course, if you are just coming on in, mega welcome to you. And of course, we have WOP saying A, Triple C, and Nalia sending some love. And of course, we have with us Devon, and of course, Eastern Dijonae, super sticker. Super sticker, super sticker, super sticker, super sticker. And that's Dijonae way of saying thank you, Devon, sir, for that wonderful super sticker. And of course, may God continue to bless you tremendously, you and your family, and that your storage will never go empty. All right. And of course, thank you guys for sharing your time with us. And thank you for coming on over on Read Aloud Friday. All right. And of course, WOP was answering a question. She said Jamaica. And of course, Miss Gardner, you are so correct. All right. And of course, if you are willing to come on up and read a story with our DJG family tonight. All right, so it is night here in Jamaica. I know some other persons may be having different time. All right, so we just talk about a hurricane. The name of the hurricane that we just looked at is
Tips.
Hurricane Ivan, and now we're gonna be moving right over into hurricane tips. All right, so if you hear that a hurricane is coming, here are some tips. These are some tips that you should,
No.
mm, of course. All right. And of course, guys, mega welcome to all the wonderful persons in the back, persons in the chat. You are live on Dijonae's Educational Channel. We're coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. All right. So this passage is about hurricane tips.
Be ready is what I'm telling every person, for this June is the start of the hurricane season. Make sure that all roofing materials are secure, have water and non-perishable foods in store. Batten down your doors and windows. Make sure your flashlights and radios store water to last for at least 3 days. Prevention is better than cure is what Granny says. Stay inside during the hurricane. Turning off electricity supply is a sure gain. Be sure to wrap important documents in plastic and do not touch loose wires that are electric. After the storm, only boil water you must drink, and don't cross flooded roadways you might sink. Don't worry, the hurricane season won't last forever. In fact, it will end in November.
Aww. So you see, this passage is about hurricane tips. It says, be ready is what I am telling every person. So if you are not ready, get yourself ready. Because they said that the hurricane season starts when? In
June.
June, and we're in the month of May.
May.
We're going right into the month of May. We don't start May yet, but you see that month, I love it so much. That's the best month. I'm just being biased right now. All right. And of course, they make it in the passage they highlighted, and they said, make sure that you do what? All your roofing materials are secure. So make sure your roof is intact. So if it is a zinc roof, make sure it is properly tucked down. And of course, you have to make sure that you check your windows and your doors to see if there's any fixing need to go on before, because it's a lot of water and breeze is gonna be blowing. So the water is gonna be blowing. All right. So you say this is what they said. Most importantly of them all, you must ensure that you have water
To last for at least 3 days.
to last at least for 3 days, and also non-perishable foods in store. So you need to go get your food stuff, your food items that can stay for long, things that will not spoil, right? And of course, guys, you need to make sure that when it is time, you button down your windows and your door. Get yourself flashlights, get yourself radios. Why do you need flashlight? Because during that time you may not have electricity, and you need to look around, you need to go around, so you need light. So the flashlight will provide you with light. But then again, if you have a flashlight and you don't have battery, it will not work. So you need to ensure that you have batteries as well. And of course, you need a radio. What kind of radio do you need? You do not need a plug-in radio right at that time. You need to make sure you have a battery radio, because what if electricity? There's no electricity. You know what you have to do? Use the battery parts. Yes. So you have to get a little battery radio. All right. So most importantly, the water that you secure, it must be able to last for at least 3 days. For at least 3 days. Remember that? Remember the needs. When you talk about basic needs for living things, humans need water. Animals need water. Yes? Plants need water for them to stay alive. All right? So we're talking about basic needs now. All right? And of course, the radio is what going to help you to stay updated with what is going on during that season. All right? Or during that time. Yes? Make sure you listen carefully. And you see, if you don't listen, you know what is gonna happen. And during your granny time on earth, if your granny is not here, or if your granny is still here, you know what they would say. Prevention is better than cure. Mm-hmm. All right. So of course, during that time, it is best for you to stay inside, because you know a lot of things will be going on the outside, and you don't want to be hit down by any poles that will be falling, anything that will be blowing. It may cause accidents, and you know, if you stay inside, you may prevent that. All right. And of course, they say do not touch electricity supply, because guess what? You know, maybe there are some currents, and of course, it will cause shock, cause life. So you have to make sure that you take these things seriously. All right. Also, if you have any important documents, yes, where are you going to store them? You are, even if you have somewhere safe to store them, it is important that you put them in a plastic bag first before you put it away safely, right? Because you know, if it is inside the plastic bag, then it will not be damaged by water. All right. And of course, you know, after the storm now, because you know that after a storm there must be a calm, right? And of course, in this passage, they highlighted the fact that after a storm,
Only
you
boil,
should only do what?
boil water where you can drink.
You should only drink boiled water, or boil the water as much as possible and drink it. Yes? Because you know what is going to happen. Mm? You're gonna also have a lot of roadways with a lot of mud, so you have to be careful, because you don't know where any sinking holes are. You don't know where you're gonna go away in a slide, so you have to be careful, because you know the earth is gonna be soft at that point, so you have to be careful. And of course, hurricane is gonna come. It may not come, but guess what? You don't have to fret, because they said that it will end in the month of November. All right. So you see, start in June and then end in November. So it will not last forever. Only salvation that lasts forever. Good salvation. All right. And of course, guys, we are talking about hurricane and hurricane tips. All right. And of course, mega welcome to all the wonderful persons who are in the back, persons who are in the chat. And of course, it is a pleasure having you all. Thank you for making it Dijonae's Educational Channel. And of course, we have another story for you. And this one is about hurricanes. All right. So let's see what Devon is saying. Of course, Devon is saying here. He is saying,
hi, you are welcome. I am not saying have a good evening. Lots of love.
all right, lots of love. We love you too.
Bye.
And of course, WOP says so true. All right, guys, mega love to all of you. Thank you for coming on over, and thank you for making it Read Aloud Friday. All right, and guys, we're gonna take the last story, and then we are going to stop right here.
For today.
Mm-hmm. So this story is about hurricanes.
Every year, we are faced with the threat of impending hurricane, whether it's Gustav, Hannah, Ivan, or Jane. Sometimes persons underestimate these threats, so it results in several unnecessary deaths. Throughout the period June to November, the, the tropic sunlight hits the wet water, thus the warm air rises in haze, and then cold air moves in to take its place. It gradually turns into a cluster of thunderstorms until a tropical wave actually forms. This wave organizes into a swirl, becoming a tropical depression with unending whirls. As this activity increases in speed and form, it strengthens into a tropical storm. If you think that's where it ends, you're wrong. For further strengthening means it's a hurricane so strong. This monster will make you become terrified as it produces torrential rain causing flooding and landslides. The hurricane has very powerful breeze that is strong enough to blow down gigantic trees. At the center of the hurricane is the eye. This area is very calm and can testify. However, around the eye is the wall. This area has the strongest winds of all. There's one place that a hurricane loves to be, that is over the warm seas, but traveling overland it truly hates, as it will soon weaken and then dissipates. In different categories, hurricanes are placed. These categories determine the wind speed you'll face: 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5. The higher it is, the least likely you'll want it to arrive. To measure the intense to measure the intensity of this huge gale, the
Meteorologist.
meteorologists use a sapphire Simpson scale. If it reaches a category 3, a major hurricane is what it is said to be.
So you hear that part? If it reaches a category 3, a major hurricane is what it is said to be. All right, this story is a story that gives us a lot, so much we get from this story tonight. And of course, guys, mega love to all of you. Thank you so very much for coming on in. Thank you for making it Dijonae's Educational Channel.
Yes, and please remember to like, share, leave your comments, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I'm going live or when I'm uploading a new video.
All right. And of course, guys, if you listen to this story keenly, you will realize that this story highlighted the name of some hurricanes. And of course, they talk about Gustav, they talk about Ivan, they talk about Jane, they talk about Havana. And of course, some of us may not be born back then when some of these hurricanes started, or when, you know, because some of us may be too young. We see Miss Yards coming on the inside. Good night, Miss Yards. And of course, mega welcome to you, my dear. And of course, she's saying good night to everyone. All right. And of course, this passage also tell us about the period, which is the same thing that we just looked at. June to November. And of course, guys, it has been a pleasure being here, sitting back, and of my beautiful daughter reading to you all.
And I am so excited that I got a chance to meet you all again.
Of course,
Yay!
and of course, it has been a hard one because she's back at face to face, and of course,
Yeah.
when I get home in the evening, sometimes she's sleeping, she's tired, and
Yep.
of course, she can't get to keep up with her life. But of course, she's trying to put some videos out so that you will have something to watch. All right, don't be discouraged. Of course, DJJ love you all, and I know she is gonna be doing it the right way so that you can see her beautiful face. All right. And of course, we're happy to have you all with us in another Read Aloud Friday. We're not going to be staying too long over here.
No.
And of course, guys, if you're just coming on in, remember we have some great content creators in the chat, and you are free to connect with each other. Also, we have the dynamic Didi girls. And of course, guys, if you want to see more of Dijonae over there, you can go check her out. Of course, the dynamic Didi girls. And of course, they send a super sticker to Dijonae. And of course, they are saying thank you so very much, Dijonae. We are still a part of your membership. All right. Thank you so very much to the Dynamic Lady girls. And of course, we have Miss Yards, and she said, this is what Dijonae look forward to every time Miss Yards come.
Eh?
Every time Miss Yards come on the inside.
Blessings to the princess and the queen in the house.
And of course, thank you so very much, Miss Yards. Dijonae always look forward to that. And of course, we have WOP, and she is saying, good job, Dijonae.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, WOP. Thank you for being here. Thank you so very much. And of course, she's saying, internet when just came back. I understand, sis. Thank you so very much. We're happy to have you over here. And of course, guys, you know that every good thing must come to an end.
And
Until next time, we're Deborah K and Dijonae, and
Dijonae.
you are on Dijonae's Educational Channel, and we're gonna love you and leave you right there. Bye bye bye.
Bye.
Love you all.